All right, if you're moving to Houston, Texas, you gotta check out this suburb called Friendswood, Texas. Now, Friendswood is an amazing suburb and is very, very desirable. It's an awesome place to live and the school districts here are top notch. So you gotta check out Friendswood. So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna tour two homes that are beautiful homes, and they're gonna be in the $600,000 range. Homes here aren't cheap, but at least you're gonna get an idea of what you can get in Friendswood for $600,000. And no, we are not gonna tour new construction today. I know it's sexy on camera, but it seems like every other YouTuber out there that covers Houston, all they want to show is new construction, but sometimes new construction really may not be an option for you, or you may not even want to deal with new construction. You may not want to deal with the builders. You may not want to deal with some of the problems that could arise from new construction. Maybe you want something that's already established. So today we're going to tour what you can get for $600,000 in Friendswood, Texas. And first up is going to be this bad boy of a house right here. It's a beautiful home on the interior. It's been completely remodeled from, it looks like, from the pictures. So let's go inside and take a look. Okay, so as soon as you walk through this beautiful door, immediately we're greeted with super tall ceilings, this beautiful chandelier, and then to the left is going to be our study, our formal living room, if you want to call it that, with the tall ceilings as well, vaulted ceilings at that, and recessed lighting. And then over here to the right, we have our dining area. And then this is going to be our staircase leading up to the second story. You can see it's divided up into two. Then we have this long hallway. Check out this beautiful kitchen. We'll get to that in just a second, but look at how open this living room is, and we have our vaulted ceilings in here as well. Makes it feel super spacious. We have a beautiful wall of windows to bring in a ton of natural light. And then check this out, the fireplace feature with the built-in to the right of it. Beautiful, nice touch. Now, let's go into the kitchen. Now look at this kitchen. This kitchen here is beautiful. Guys, this is a resale. This isn't new construction. This is a resale home. This home has been here for a while, probably since the 80s, I would say. But this is a gorgeous open kitchen. Love it. Love the little island that they have here. I think it looks beautiful. And then we have our stone backsplash. We have the counter, the underneath lighting for all of our cabinets, but it just looks super nice. I mean, this has been a fully remodeled home here in Friendswood. This is gonna be our study. So we have French doors leading into this home, or not into home, leading into the study. So this could be your actual study, and the other one in the front would be your formal. And over here behind the kitchen, so there's the kitchen. This is your utility room. Very large, very spacious. You can do a lot in here. If you want more uppers, more cabinet work up there, more cabinet down this wall, you can do a ton of in here. Now, let's keep it moving. What do you guys think about that chandelier? That is a beautiful chandelier. I think my wife wants to do something like that in our house. Right now we have a fan, but she's not too big of fans for some odd reason. Anyways, let's go in here. This is the master bedroom. Again, if you just, look at it, we have tons of light bringing in. The light's not even on in this room, but we have a lot of light. 1, 2, 3, 4 windows. Then we have a whole wall of windows basically bringing in a ton of light. But this is a very large master bedroom. And it's hard to tell on camera, and I definitely recognize that. So you really kind of have to get inside some of these homes to really see how big and spacious these bedrooms are. Now check out the master bathroom. We have our freestanding tub and our beautiful walk-in shower with the marble backsplash area. That is gorgeous. They spent some money on this remodel. This is a beautiful home. And the flooring and throughout the whole house is pretty much the same, minus the bedrooms, or the guest bedrooms, but they kept the flooring the same in the master, which I love that they did that. A lot of people don't. And then here we have women. If my wife was here, she'd laugh too, but this is y'all's sink. This is y'all's vanity. Men, we just get this. Guys, come on, let's be real. We're lucky to even have one at this point in life, but either way, women always get the bigger vanities, more pretty ones, but look at the freestanding tub. I personally won't fit in there, a little too big for that, but most women will probably end up fitting in there. But we have a nice walk-in closet with tons of shelving. Again, it's one of those things, it's very large, but you won't be able to tell unless you're actually here. And then it kind of wraps around this staircase. So this would be this staircase. And check this out, you have like a little sneaky area. Sneaky. All right, so let's go make our way upstairs and see what that looks like. And then we'll go out into the backyard and see all the mature trees. One thing I love about this community is the name of this community is called Wilderness Trails. And Wilderness Trails is right next to Friendswood High School. So it's a highly, highly desirable area. So as soon as you make your way upstairs, we're greeted with this ultra large landing. And then we have this little design, no recessed or tray ceilings. Beautiful millwork all up in here, looks great. Built-ins, again, wall of windows, bringing in a lot of natural light. And then in here, we're going to take a look at bedroom number 2. So this is bedroom number 2, and this one does have its own ensuite, which is really nice. We have a full bath in here. So that's gonna be our nice walk-in shower. Our commode here, beautiful vanity top. The same color cabinet and the same fixtures as well as they have in the kitchen. So pretty nicely kept the same theme going on. And then we have our walk-in closet. So let's go take a look at the other bedrooms and see what they look like. It'll be down this hallway. Bathroom we'll share with this bedroom over here. We have bedroom number 3 and then bedroom number 4 with the pretty nice built-ins. What do y'all think about that being in the bedroom? We have built-ins in the bedroom with a really cool seating area for reading, like a nook area. My wife really, really loves those. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And then here is the bathroom that ends up being shared with the hallway of the rest of the bedrooms. But beautiful gold fixtures. Those are gold fixtures there. And then we have the black tile work there. Gorgeous. Same thing. Cabinet color, or the paint color for the cabinet and vanities are the same exact as the one in the kitchen. Really nice touch. Love what they've done there. But yeah, so this is a 4-bedroom home. You know, master downstairs, 3 up, beautifully remodeled. I mean, you could tell that they've taken really good care of this house and they have remodeled it and it looks gorgeous. So let's go take a look out in the backyard and we'll see what outside looks like. All right, so we do have a covered patio. It's not like anything spectacular, but at least you do have a covered patio. But check out the mature trees in your backyard. We are in Friendswood. So we have a beautiful, beautiful oak tree here. Very mature oak tree right there. And then same thing right here. So this is the exterior. Yeah, this looks good. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section. So this home is actually listed right now for sale at $649,000 and it sits on a 12,000 square foot lot. As you can tell, big, beautiful, spacious lots back here with some very nice mature trees. And we are 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and we're right around 4,000 square foot. So $650K for 4,000 square foot in Friendswood ISD, right next to Friendswood High School. Let me know if you think that's worth it. All right, so let's go take a look at the next one. All right, guys, we are at the next house. Now, we are in a neighborhood called West Ranch, and West Ranch is an amazing community. If you haven't seen my West Ranch video in Friendswood, you might want to go check that out. I'll pop a link in the comments, or I'll put a little link where you can click on. But this house is pretty nice inside. It is smaller than the last one, still around 3,800 square foot, and it's not as updated, but it does have a really sexy pool in the backyard, which we'll get to in just a minute. So, but this one feels a little bit bigger. Even though it's like 300 square foot smaller, it feels a little bit bigger. So to the left, that's gonna be our formal living room area. You can make this into your study. I kind of have a similar layout, which is where our study is, where all of our desks are when we decide to work from home. And then, but we're greeted with 20-foot ceilings as soon as we walk in. And then we have our bridge going in right up here, coming from one side to the other side of the second story. So we have our staircase here in front. And then to the right is going to be our formal dining area. And you can just kind of tell, like, this thing is like much more spacious. It doesn't feel so closed off as the last one. And this house is actually newer. So West Ranch is a newer subdivision compared to Wilderness Trails, where we were just in a second ago. But we have vaulted ceilings in the living room, gas fireplace, and then a beautiful wall of windows. I mean, it just keeps going. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you can count the door, I guess, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's gonna bring in a ton of natural light in here, and you can see that backyard oasis. We'll get to the pool here in just a minute, but let's take a look at the kitchen. Now the kitchen, I mean, it's not like modernized or crazy updated like you would see in a new construction, but it's still a beautiful kitchen. We have hardwood cabinets, right? We do have black granite, but it's still a really nice kitchen. And we have our island, at least here, opened up to, we have our cased opening into our formal dining area, but it's still a really good kitchen and very spacious. It doesn't look so on camera, but when you get in here, it's a totally different feel, totally different vibe, but it is open into the living room area. Now upstairs, that's where you'll see the bridge what I was talking about. And over here behind the fireplace, we have a few different things going on. We have our utility room is in here. Our guest bath is here. And this is our utility. So not as large as the last house, but you still do have some space. And then here is our master. So our master bedroom is actually pretty darn large. This is pretty big. This is a very spacious master bedroom. Vaulted ceilings, so we do have not quite 20 foot, but I don't know, if I had to guess, maybe 15. But we have our little inset right here where I guess you could put your dresser and your TV, and where I'm standing now would probably be where you would end up putting your furniture. But very large, spacious primary bedroom, again, with a wall of windows. These floor plans and these models here did a great job whenever they were building to include as much natural light as possible. And again, you can also look out and see your backyard oasis. And then in here is going to be our primary. So we do have our built-in tub with a walk-in shower. So we do have both. And then we have our vanities with a large mirror from wall to wall. So you do have a pretty large mirror. There would be the commode. And then here is the walk-in closet. Yes, we are walking in the closet. So pretty big, spacious walk-in closet. It's hard to tell when we film these things, how big some of these spaces are, which is why you should call us when you get down here so we can tour some homes together. And also, by the way, if you do plan on moving down to the Houston region or Friendswood area for that matter, if you are pressed for time, we can do virtual walkthroughs like this with you, no problem. That way you don't have to be stressed out about finding a particular house before you relocate down here. All right, so let's make our way upstairs. Now what's really cool, I didn't mention, this one actually has a media room. So this would be the media room right here as soon as we get upstairs. You can kind of tell they decked it out. Now this is a media room because it does not have a window. So you have no light in here whatsoever or no egress at all. But we do have a closet. Keep going. Here is bedroom number 2. Now bedroom number 2 does have its own ensuite. So you'd either stick your guest up here or you would stick your oldest one. If you have kids, this is where they'd probably end up being, the oldest one at least. And then so bedroom 1 or bedroom 2 on this side, media room. And then the other side, we'll walk across the bridge, okay? This is gonna take us to another bedroom. Now you can tell it's not quite as updated. It does need maybe some new flooring, some new paint for sure. I can tell where all the holes have been, but it's okay. It's a resale, and that's why we're able to score really, really good deals on resale homes. So let's take a look. So the the last bedroom. And then our other bathroom upstairs, right down the hallway. And then bedroom 3 and bedroom 4. All the bedrooms are gonna have walk-in closets. Pretty spacious bedrooms though, for your kids at least. Here's the last bedroom. Walk-in closet again. So only one bedroom upstairs has its own full ensuite. So let's go take a look outside and take a look at the backyard oasis and see what that looks like. All right, let's take a look at the backyard. So we have the pavered patio. Looks like all the way around, but we do have a pergola here, wired for a fan. It does have a fan, which is nice. And then a beautiful lagoon oasis out in the backyard. This looks pretty nice. Man, I'm telling you guys, if you ever think you'd want a pool, if y'all aren't familiar with Houston, I'm telling you right now that if you think you want a pool at one point in the future when you live down here, shop a house with a pool already installed, because the price of installing pools nowadays is just astronomically expensive. Pre-COVID, it wasn't that bad, but post-COVID, man, you're looking at least probably something like this for this pool, I'd say anywhere from $90,000 to $110,000, which is pretty insane. But 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, you can get one for 60 grand maybe. But either way, it's a low maintenance backyard, not too much of maintenance that you'd have to do back here. So you don't really have a lot of lawn space to take care of. This house in particular could use a little bit of landscaping, but like flowers, fresh mulch and things like that, but it's still a gorgeous backyard. This would be for a hammock. That's kind of cool. But nonetheless, it's still a really nice backyard. Here's a good shot of the exterior. And the wall of windows is just all the way down. Well, my friends, now you know what you can get for $600,000 here in Friendswood. Like I said, Friendswood is the most desirable area in the southern part of Houston. And if you're thinking about maybe moving to Friendswood, why don't you check out my full vlog of Friendswood tour. I'll put a link down in the description, or I might link it up somewhere. If not, you can go to my playlist section and you'll see Living in Friendswood, full vlog tour, where I'll let you know everything that you could possibly want to know about the city of Friendswood and what life is like living here. And if you plan on making a move to Houston or Friendswood, make sure you give me a call. I'll leave all my information in the description box, and you can even scan that QR code that you see on your screen right now, and you can book a call with myself or a member of my team. And we would be delighted, honored, and thrilled to help make your transition here to Houston. Houston is absolutely enormous, okay? And so it is very difficult to kind of pinpoint the best area that you think would match you. So that's what we do. We not only find you the best house and get you the best possible deal, best possible terms, best possible price, but we'll also match you with an area that best fits you and your family and your lifestyle. So give us a call. Don't make me hunt you down now. Well, that concludes our video for what you can get for $600K in Friendswood. See you guys in the next one.